Good morning, friends. I wanted to make a short video about I am and talk briefly about a post that Edward Art made a couple days ago that I highly recommend reading on Reddit called Who Do You Say I Am? There was a lot that stood out to me on that post, but the thing that I will say is it brought forth from me a thought that I am is the opposite and the truth. You know, I am what I am. What the I am is the only creator. It's the only reality, right? It's the one, and it lives within us. And it's giving everything to us because we are the one, and so we're giving ourselves either what we want or what we don't want. And I was thinking, you know, a lot of what I have spent a good chunk of my life doing is focusing on what I am not. And that, I think, is where my pain and suffering have come from when I have had those experiences. So I can't look outside of myself to figure out anything. And that's where all of the I am not lives, is in the 3D world. I am not other people's opinions of me. I am not stories that I have or that other people have about me. I am not anything fear-based. I am not any of those things. But those fears can come up and make you question everything. Everything in your life, everything in your experience. When things happen that don't feel good, you can start pulling a lot of I am not experiences towards you. And I think people tend to hoard I am not thoughts like somebody would hoard newspaper and garbage in their home. And our home, you know, is up here. It's where most of us live, is in our heads, thinking all the time, thinking about what we're doing or what someone else is doing or what's happening in the world or all those, you know. It's just a big hoarding of unwanted, unnecessary thoughts. And, you know, Edward says from that post, you cannot force yourself, for force implies multiple powers at play. And I was thinking about that. You know, he goes on to write, there is only one power, one creator at play within you, and that is I am. So change that. I am cannot fail you, for I am is all there is. So if we're looking outside of ourselves for answers, for understanding, for affirmation or recognition or security or safety or love or anything, I think we become really disappointed, and and it and then everything becomes a less glossier version of what we could be experiencing in our 3D life, because we're slowly cutting off the supply of truth to ourselves, and we're not giving ourselves what it is that we really want when we do that. When we're giving ourselves a bunch of unwanted stuff, and then that starts showing up in our 3D world, and then we start becoming cranky or miserable or unhappy or depressed or whatever we're becoming because of what's showing up. The only answer to any question is to give truths of I am back to ourselves, because that's not force. That's not forcing anything. I mean, you're not really changing who you are when who you are is already perfect, when there's nothing to fix. But you look at your 3D world problems and issues and concerns, and you think, my goodness, something has to be done about this. This is not what I want. Yesterday, I listened to an Edward Art, number 16 in his series, and this popped out at me so big, and I was like, yeah, I needed that to stand out, because I needed to take note of it. And it was that to be in the present moment, if you are questioning, worrying, or wondering, you're not in the present moment. If you're doing any of those three things, and of course, it could be a bigger list, but it could be fear-based. It could be whatever, just anything like that, though. Questioning, the worrying, the wondering, those are all very subtle, but they're thieves. They steal your joy because they're not who you are. They're not in alignment with I am. What is there to question or wonder or worry about? If you can, in the moment, and this is what I've been doing, I've been working on this. I've been working on being my true self, right? It's so funny. But if you can just give to yourself when things come up, instead of trying to force it in the 3D world and, I don't know, drive other people around you crazy with your hoarding thoughts, your vomitous, poisonous thoughts, whatever they are. It's just, if you can just give it to yourself and stop taking it outside of you to be fixed, but you can just take it inside to the I am and give your I am true thoughts about whatever, everything will start shuffling and shifting to your desired outcome that you're wanting. And so I think it gets really there's something about living with other people and having a very busy life where you get caught up in the isness of the 3D world, busyness, and just whatever you're focused on in 3D life. It's easier to have more nebulous, floating thoughts about what I am not in your head. And if I can just keep my thoughts more clear without, being sometimes I seduce myself with other narratives outside of me, and then I get caught up in them. And those are just not helpful. So I think the thing is to not be tempted to give yourself away into what you're not, and to instead be really committed to meeting yourself with truths. Even if you're not feeling it in the moment, have some backup truths lined up when you're feeling it so that you can go back to that and help yourself in a moment, like whatever might be feeling sticky or unwanted. If you can do that, I think it just helps. It helps you. It helps me. And I need to help me. I need to help myself a lot. I do. I just, I've had a lifetime of training to focus on other people and other things. And, this right here is all about retraining myself back to my true self. It's kind of amusing, isn't it? That we even have to do that. But yeah, I do. I have to. And then I know at some point it's going to just glide into my new normal, And I have trust that it's moving in that direction. I really do have that trust, because otherwise I would be really sad and depressed otherwise. I have big dreams and I have high hopes, and I don't want to compromise or settle for anything less than what I know I can allow myself to have now that I know so much more about the truth of me. It's what I've always felt and deep inside, ever since I was little. But life has a way of trying to talk you out of the beauty of your I amness, the beauty of your inner beingness. And so let's just keep talking ourselves into the beauty of the truth of us and see where that gets us. I think it'll be, and I feel that it's all good. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, because otherwise my short video will not be short. I don't even know how long it is now at this point, but I appreciate you being present with me. Until we talk again, have a beautiful day, friend.